job is reading the rumors that other people come up with, right? And then to see them reported in certain circles. There's one person recently who I feel has just kind of been knocking it out of the park. I mean, getting a lot of traction. That is Mikey Sutton, a man who I do frequently reference, mostly because I enjoy looking at Melissa Benoist here, and he just happens to be there with her, which is a reason why I like to bring him up. But Mikey has got himself a new scoop as of today, and one that I think is very interesting considering other news that has dropped surrounding the future of the Power Rangers franchise. Now, if you're like me, you enjoyed the 2017 movie and was hoping that there would be that 6 film arc that they had planned. They did. They planned 6 movies around this particular movie, and unfortunately, it just didn't happen. So anyway, Mikey here over on his Facebook page, this is what he posted today. Scoop 9/23/19. The Power Rangers aimed for the MCU heights in 2017, but despite having a likable, promising cast, the film quickly flamed out at the box office. With such a disappointing performance, there was no way the movie would proceed with the sequel, so a reboot was in order. Quick sidebar on this one. Logan, Ghost in the Shell, as well as Beauty and the Beast all dropped that same month. I just think it was too packed of a month is one of the things that really hurt it. Anyway, going back to this, Hasbro still has dreams of weaving together its properties into a single cohesive cinematic universe, and they would love for Power Rangers to be a significant part of it. According to the insiders he spoke to, there are talks of Power Rangers coexisting in the same universe as Transformers. No, this wouldn't be Michael Bay's Transformers, but the post-BUMBLEBEE vision. Now, a Transformers Power Ranger film could certainly ignite the franchise if done correctly. Then add ROM and the MICRONAUTS to the mix, and you have the ultimate geek fest, but it all depends on Hasbro and Paramount Pictures and what their creative teams can conjure up. And Mikey, again, very interesting that he dropped at least the MICRONAUTS thing. And again, that is something that I am thinking he might be onto something here because of that. Anyway, so when we talk about Saban's Power Rangers from 2017, we can see here that it didn't fare very well with critics at 50% tomato meter and only a 65% on the audience score. Now, it's one that they said here that it's neither campy, it's neither the campy fun of his TV predecessor nor the blockbuster action of these cinematic superhero competitors. But you know, I think it was good. It was in the mix. It was doing a lot of stuff right. It was doing a lot of stuff in a way that I think really worked. And I would love to have seen a sequel, and I think a lot of people would too. And if Saban, he was no longer involved in this. If Hasbro really wants to make this work, then it would be bring back this cast. But anyway, even looking at the box office of this movie, we can see that there just wasn't a lot there. It had a $100 million production budget, had a total domestic gross of $85 million. As I said, Logan came out that month. Ghost in the Shell came out that month. Beauty and the Beast came out that month. Beauty and the Beast was over $1 billion. Logan was over 700 million, I think over 600, 700 million. So there's a lot of competition in 2017. Also leading up to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 in early May, the 8th Fast and Furious movie in April. There was a lot going on at the time, but we also see here that the worldwide gross is only 142 million. So it didn't do well overseas, only $56 million overseas, which is just not good. Anyway, then last year, this happened. Hasbro bought Power Rangers in a $522 million media deal. So Power Rangers are joining Transformers, G.I. Joe, and other toy brands owned by Hasbro. Like Peppa the Pig, by the way, is also part of this whole deal as well. So Power Rangers was purchased last year for $500 million. It was a lot more than just Power Rangers, but it was the only thing anyone really cared about. And so we also, and this is just from a couple days ago, the Hasbro CEO talked Peppa Pig and the E1 merger and a Paramount pact. Now it's him sending in front of Bumblebee. So again, we can see that there's things that are moving. There's things that are happening here. And this again was on 9/18, so just 5 days ago. But this is what it says. The Hasbro CEO also touted an ongoing relationship with Paramount Pictures, saying, "We've been excited and continue to be excited about executing on the priority projects we've identified. Bumblebee was one, and we have another G.I. Joe film, Snake Eyes, coming out in the fall." It's got to be coming out fall 2020. It can't be coming out this fall because that's as of today. It's first day of fall, and no Snake Eyes on the horizon. But he says here, according to that, E1, as they come in, have identified certain key properties they are also working on in partnership with Paramount. So he continues to have a good relationship with Paramount. They are clearly happy with the success of Bumblebee, which, fan-wise, a lot of people liked it. Critically speaking, a lot of people liked it. Monetarily speaking, unless the DVD sold really well, it did okay. They're enough for them to call it a profitable endeavor, but I don't know, I'd say skin to the teeth sort of thing. But this news literally broke as I was researching this video. How to Train Your Dragon director signs on to write and helm MICRONAUTS movie. Now, Mikey just talked about bringing MICRONAUTS into this type of cinematic universe, and then we find out that this is something that's happening today as well. It just feels too coincidental. Too coincidental. This is what it says. How to Train Your Dragon director Dean DeBlois has come on board to write and direct MICRONAUTS for Paramount Pictures and Hasbro. His hiring is a major step forward for the project, which has been in the works at Paramount for a decade. The film will be based on the eponymous intergalactic explorer action figures made by Mego, based on a line by Japanese toy company Takara, that spawned a comic book series in the late 1970s and 1980s. The Marvel Comics series followed a small group of characters that formed a resistance after the dictator Baron Karza killed the royal family. The MICRONAUTS adaptation has been set up at J.J. Abrams' Bad Robot for several years, and in 2015, Paramount announced that Akiva Goldsman has been brought in to supervise the writer's room for MICRONAUTS. Now that's kind of and he also was brought in to oversee the Bumblebee one. So there's that. He was the one handling like the next phase of the Transformers universe. But I think this is going to be the next phase of the Transformers universe. I think we're going to be seeing a lot coming out of this. I think we're going to be seeing a potential cinematic universe merging Power Rangers and Transformers and MICRONAUTS. Because at this point, why not? Hasbro has all these properties. And on their own, they may not be able to do well. On their own, they may not be able to hit the mark that they want to hit. But if you combine them in a way that comes across as wholly unprecedented and just kind of wow, like a total Owen Wilson, wow, it could be fascinating. And I don't know about you, but I'm actually kind of excited to see what could potentially come from this in the future. So please let me know your comments, your thoughts, your opinions, good, bad, other. I want to hear them. Write them down below here on the channel. And I do appreciate everyone watching and participating and subscribing. If you really want to help out the channel, honestly, guys, right now, best way is patreon.com/Matt Jarbo, link in the video description. The YouTube is it's going through some serious growing changes in 2019. And just want to put that out there. So link in the video description. I will talk to you guys all later. Have yourself a great day and peace out.